For many people, Christmas carols are an important way to spread the joy of the season. The story of Christ's birth more than 2,000 years ago has been told through songs sung in multiple languages across the globe. This music comes from the Christmas Mass at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. Timothy McDonnell, director of the Institute of Sacred Music at the Catholic University, joins us now. Tim, when did carols become part of the Christmas celebration?
Christmas carols became a part of the world's observance of Christmas really in the 15th century. So we're talking the Middle Ages, and so it was mostly an English tradition.
And so does the practice of caroling have its roots then specifically in Christmas, or does it have roots in other traditions as well?
Interestingly, Christmas carols are one of a number of genres of carols that really are also mark other occasions. For instance, Corpus Christi, or even Passiontide. There were carol traditions that were attached to those holidays as well. For whatever reason, Christmas carols have sort of stood the test of time, and they remain the one body of carols that are still sung and celebrated.
So then, are carols a uniquely Western tradition then, or is it kind of, obviously singing songs are present all over the world, but is caroling something that's spread or elsewhere?
Well, Christmas carols obviously have grown up even in Asia and Africa since Christian missionaries have gone to those places, but primarily the idea of Christmas carols are a Western European tradition. They centered largely in England, but also in France, and then also in Spain as well. There's a large repertoire of specifically Christmas music, yes.
Anything specific in the Eastern Rite?
There's a large repertoire of choral music in the Eastern churches, but because the choral music is the only kind of music they have in the Eastern liturgies to a large extent, there's not much instrumental music or organ. The liturgy is the place where those musics reside. The carols, on the other hand, are more of a social reflection of the liturgical celebration. So they extend the celebration into the living room, into the banquet hall, into the court.
Okay, so one last question then, because I want to specify the difference. The difference between Christmas carols and just hymns or Christmas hymns.
That's a great question, because hymns, of course, some hymns some Christmas carols are hymns.
Right.
And those, of course, are always a sacred text, something like Silent Night or the First Noel. But many Christmas carols are purely celebratory, as things like the Boar's Head Carol, or even more commonly, Deck the Halls. There's no real allusion to the birth of Christ in those songs, yet they are part and parcel of the celebratory climate and nature of the feast throughout the world.
Timothy McDonnell, director of the Institute of Sacred Music at the Catholic University of America. Thanks so much for your insight.
My pleasure. Thank you.